Alright, so we're back down at the Carver, and I got the spark plugs out of that one. The motors aren't stock, but they haven't run in quite a long time, so I just poured a mix of Varsol and automatic transmission fluid. So I haven't got the spark plugs out of this one yet, but I filled it with transmission fluid as well. So just to clean it up before I start cranking them over after sitting all these years. So I'm gonna climb down in there and start pulling spark plugs out. Alright, well, I guess these are Ford blocks, Ford engines. These pleasure craft marine engines. But just label the wires and start ripping. The starter on this side appears to spin the motor over, so I'm not gonna take it off right now. It looks pretty good, clean. The one on the other motor it's been underwater for a little bit, so I am gonna have to pull that starter off. Actually looks pretty good. Yeah. Well, it's kind of my fault that I lost that spark plug. I took the rubber washer out of the inside of the spark plug socket that's there to hold on to spark plugs, because it was causing me some trouble with the other motor. So I had poured some oil in this motor, and I really expected there to be oil on top of the pistons there. I don't know what happened, but I am surprised I didn't get a gusher of oil. And let's look at this other side. Oh, got a number that side. This unit up here, that's a central vac to the boat, which is I've never had one before. That was pretty cool. Dropped another one. Alright, we'll find that guy. But he's down there, no problem. That starter there, I'm going to pull that starter out. That motor just clicks when you hit the key. So I'm going to pull that one out and see why this one doesn't roll over. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, we're going to see if we can yank that starter out. And bench test it to see if it goes. I got the batteries off or disconnected. So, you know, when you're dealing with these big wires, you want the batteries disconnected. Yeah. Oh, that is not good. Well, it really looks like a brand new starter. Oh, look at that in there. That's not good. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping it doesn't look like that all the way around. That is bad. Frost plugs. Wow. Frost plugs are the cleanest part of the motor. Oh yeah, you can see them there. But boy, that's rusty. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can crank that over with a wrench and see if that carries on all the way around. I'm hoping. Oh, whoa, look at that's half an inch thick. What is that? Oh boy. What is that even? Okay. Well, I'm going to take the starter over to the bench. I'm going to, I don't know what. I'm going to pour some more oil in the motor, each of the engines here, and just see if I can get the starter to work, and then I'll work on cleaning up that ring gear somehow. I don't know if I can. I don't know. Okay, we'll be back. Alright, so got the starter clamped in the vise on the bench. I just used some air and blew it out. This was pretty scabby. We saw that when we pulled it out. Just spray some oil in it. I'm going to jump it with the old jump box. And yeah, it's we'll see what it does here. Ground. A little more ground. Eventually we'll get it. Oh boy. Is it stock? Maybe. That doesn't sound good. Nope. Okay, rather than burn it out, I'm going to have to pull it apart. I'm betting it's pretty caked up inside. Alright, we'll have a look at that. Alright, I don't think I've ever had one of these guys apart before. But, I mean, they're all the same. Oh, what could go wrong? Yeah, that's what could go wrong. Well, that's okay. What the heck was that? Well, we're back. about the time you look around and see if you got any parts left over. So yeah, I know what that is, I know what that is, I know what that is. So I think we're in pretty good shape. Alright, well, I'm going to take a look, see if I can find some jumper cables so I can try jumping that on a real battery. Alright, well, I got the starter out and rebuilt, and just going to get it back in and see if this engine will turn over. It looks pretty bad, but the flywheel does. One underneath, of course you can't see, but you can still get your hands on it. These motors are not too bad for getting that at this point. The fronts, you have to do the water. Oh no, they don't look too bad either. I was going to say for water pumps and that, but okay. That starter is tight. Oh yeah, that's been underwater. I know you can jump those to this. Oh, okay. It's the oil that was in it. Let's see what else. Well, that's a good sign. So that guy's bad, or something between the switch. This runs off comes from the ignition, trips a solenoid in here, sends power. Sends power. Well, no, because if I'm crossing that and it's jumping, That's just bypassing the key. So this is from the battery. This is to the starter. So the solenoid's working. So it's something between the key and there. Well, we'll take a look at that. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to see if I can get this engine running today. So I got spark plugs for it and some gas, and we're gonna have to hot wire it. Alright, so we'll put the spark plugs back in it, and I ordered new ignition switches for it, but they haven't come in yet, so I'm just gonna cross it. So let's get the plugs in first. And I labeled the wires, just 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what the firing order is on these, so. But I know from the front to the back, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one side. So we got a jumper from the battery. Yep. I hear an hour meter running now. So that's the same as having the ignition turned on. Okay. We'll take a shortcut. We'll go straight to gas. Wires are on, everything. Oh, that's lots. Okay, I for sure need a smaller container. Not much battery there. Let's I have to get cables and cables, maybe a battery box, but all right, we'll get some cables and some wrenches to tighten the batteries down. Okay, well, it didn't fire. Didn't even bark. Seems to be low on juice. And I will. Okay, screwdriver so I can look at the distributor. All right, so we're back. Well, we're here. Might as well have a look. What's the worst thing that could happen? drop a screw down in there. That's what. Done that before. And there's power there, right? So. Okay. Well, there's juice at the distributor, so I'm gonna assume it's getting to the plugs. Easy. So you don't actually need a spark plug, anything metallic, but so I've got screwdriver jammed into that just off the manifold. I'm going to see if it's shooting sparks. Oh, that's not enough juice. Huh. Wow, yeah. Okay, just need way more juice. Let's see, let's get this guy back on. So I've got the battery charger or booster running. So it's got lots of gases, I think, for now, but let's unhook that so we can manually control that. With these bent float vents, you can't fill the floats up, which I'd normally fill the floats up and then you can run it for a little bit. Yeah. Well, that really isn't enough for me. So it is going to run. I hope there's no fuel in the fuel tanks because it's 7 years old. And it's just going to be a mess. I'm going to have to pump it and pump it out, see if there is anything in there. Okay, well that's progress. I gotta get ignition switches, and then I'm assuming that'll run. Let's try it by bypassing the switch up here. Yeah, so once I replace the switch, it'll be good. Yep, beauty. Okay, well, it runs. We'll hook up a line. That's the fuel tank there. I can take a couple of the sensor out. I can take the sensor out and see if what's in there. Yeah, okay, well, that's progress. That's as much as I needed tonight.